So, as we head into the last and final week of the 2024 NFL season,
Oh no!
the Baltimore Ravens received some great news. Now, I know it may not mean a lot to some, but for the team, for the players, for the organization that it represents, it is a sense of pride, even though things aren't what they used to be. And the NFL has released its list of Pro Bowlers for the 2024 season. And of course, the Baltimore Ravens led the league with 9 selections. There were a few other teams that had 5 Pro Bowl selections, but the Ravens came out with the most. Surprising to some because the Ravens did not have the best record in the league, nor did they have one of the top 4 or 5 records in the league. But the Ravens are leading the AFC North, and they boast a ton of talent that I guess the voters have seen despite the Baltimore Ravens record. And there is one surprising fact that I did already know, but to read it and see it and speak it out loud, it truly blew me away. So let's get into the list of all of the Pro Bowlers for the Baltimore Ravens. First up, we have wide receiver Zay Flowers. Zay posted a 1,000-yard season in his second year, becoming the first Baltimore Raven to have a 1,000-yard season within the first 2 years with the organization. He is also the first drafted wide receiver by the Ravens to have a Pro Bowl selection. And this is the stat that truly blew me away. If you think about it, the Ravens have been an organization in the NFL for 29 years. 29 years of existence, and the Baltimore Ravens finally, in the year 2024, have a drafted wide receiver make a Pro Bowl off the merit of wide receiver skills. Now, we've had 3 other wide receivers make the Pro Bowl, but they were as special teamers. We had Devin Duvernay, we had Jacoby Jones, and we had Jermaine Lewis. But those 3 were all selected as returners. So maybe this is a changing of the guard when it comes to the Ravens in drafting wide receivers. Maybe they finally got things right. But moving on, we now have safety Kyle Hamilton, who has received his 2nd consecutive Pro Bowl nod. Then we have running back Derrick Henry, his first year with the Ravens. He is going to his 5th Pro Bowl after being 2nd in the league in rushing yards this season. Then we have Marlon Humphrey, All-Pro Marlo, who could possibly be an All-Pro once again after finally being free from injuries, coming back and leading the team in interceptions. He seems to be the only one that consistently gets turnovers for this team, so that Pro Bowl nod is warranted. Next up, we have Lamar Jackson.
I know that ain't who I think it is.
Who, for some reason, is not the Pro Bowl starter, but he is going to his 4th Pro Bowl after an amazing season where he has posted career highs in yardage and touchdowns. He is this close to becoming the first NFL QB with 4,000 passing yards and 1,000 yards rushing. So you explain to me how he is not the Pro Bowl starter. And of course, the narrative that's been pushed, they voted Josh Allen as the starter for the AFC.
Bullshit. 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 Bullshit.
Next up, we have center Tyler Linderbaum going to his 2nd consecutive Pro Bowl, and also Justin Madubuike, who also is going to his 2nd after signing a massive $98 million contract. Then going to his 5th Pro Bowl, Hard R. Ricard, and I guess they have to pick a fullback from somewhere, so they gave him that nod. And last but not least, we have linebacker Roquan Smith, who surprisingly is only going to his 3rd Pro Bowl. Well, hopefully to me, this will not be needed because our guys will be playing in another bowl, that being the Super Bowl. So they'll have to find 9 more representatives to come in and play in the Pro Bowl games because Lamar Jackson and the rest of his team will be busy in New Orleans making an appearance to win an NFL title. So out of those 9, we have 4 guys that are actually going to start the Pro Bowl, starting off with Tyler Linderbaum. We have Roquan Smith, Derrick Henry, and blocking for him will be Hard R. But not only was that a surprise that we had 9 Pro Bowlers, the Ravens have a league-high 7 alternates. So that brings the grand total to 16 players that could be eligible to make the Pro Bowl this season. But once again, they are going to be somewhere else with unfinished business on hand. And as far as the alternates go, we start off with Kyle Van Noy, who to me, I think should be a Pro Bowler himself, who at age 34 is leading the Ravens in sacks. At a period when most players seem to be declining in skills, he is ramping up, posting career highs last year and this year, and making key and timely plays. I think that he should have just been a Pro Bowler. They should have just made it an even 10, but you know how these things go. Also, as Pro Bowl alternates, we have Ronnie Stanley at left tackle. We have tight end Mark Andrews, long snapper Nick Moore, kicker Justin Tucker, who has overcome a lot this season to become a Pro Bowl alternate, also special teamers Chris Board, and the most surprising selection for an alternate to me, I don't know how this is. This to me now makes the Pro Bowl selection seem a little bit less special. It's kind of like PFF ratings. You go by it, but you don't really believe it, and you don't think that there's a lot of merit in it, but you look at it and say, okay, this is what they said, I have to run with it. And the last Pro Bowl alternate, for some reason, somehow, some way, out of all of the other players on the Baltimore Ravens roster, you have Daniel Faalele. Yes, Mr. Stand in Space and Look Around. The guy that's searching for Where's Waldo doing plays, sometimes looking back at his quarterback when he should be blocking downfield. Somehow he is a Pro Bowl alternate. But hey, congratulations to him. Congratulations to all the Baltimore Ravens that made the Pro Bowl and to the others that are also eligible. So with that nonsense out the way, now the Ravens can focus on the Cleveland Browns winning the AFC North title and preparing for the playoffs. So in approximately 3 weeks from now, the Baltimore Ravens could be preparing to go to New Orleans to play in the Super Bowl. I can't wait to see what happens. I can't wait to see how things shake out. But the one thing that I do not wish to see is any of the Baltimore Ravens playing in the Pro Bowl. Because even if they are, I'm not going to watch that crap.
Nah, man, I'm cool.